In bodybuilding or weight training, of course, your body's still a machine composed of these 3 different levers, and your muscles basically will cross 2 of these levers, like your bicep, over the point of the pivot or the fulcrum, and pull these 2 levers together. That's what the bicep does. It pulls the forearm towards the humerus. Now this is how you perform all movements: bicep curl, breathing, walking, lifting any weight. So of course, efficiently using your levers for maximum results is very important, so you get the most bang for your buck, and of course, so you don't damage your body or waste your damn time. Now, let's touch on the subject of gravity. So, this is a very important subject that we all kind of instinctively know, but we don't really know how it necessarily affects us. So, gravity is just the force that pulls everything towards your center, and the force is measured in terms of acceleration, or basically meters per second squared. So, if you assume that any object moving upwards has a positive acceleration, then anything moving downward must have a negative acceleration. So, I mean, for example, gravity on Earth is negative 9.8 meters per second squared, in case you're curious. But why would you need to know about this phenomenon in regards to sports or weightlifting? Well, in terms of sports, let's, simple example, throwing a ball. So, you got a ball, you're going to throw it. Okay? Everybody does this, play catch with the dad. Now, when you throw a ball in the air, and the ball accelerates upward and forward and horizontally to the ground, the instant the ball leaves your hand, gravity begins to act on the ball, pulling it back towards the ground. Now, even though the ball wants to travel upward and horizontally, the longer the ball travels, the greater the force of gravity becomes. You can also see when gravity starts to win the battle, because that's called the apex, or when the ball begins to curve downward, when it's reached its highest possible point and then starts to come back down. Now, eventually gravity will always win and the ball will land on the ground. What goes up must come down, well, unless it reaches escape velocity. I mean, again, there are golf balls on the moon, so it is possible. Now, this type of movement is called a projectile motion. And as it happens in every sport with a ball, baseball, basketball, tennis, lacrosse, golf ball, volleyball, everything, balls that are thrown, kicked, or hit travel along the same projectile motion track or arc. Now, in case you're unable to visualize this, just go outside with a friend, get a ball, stand 10, 20 feet apart, throw the ball to your friend. As the ball goes towards your friend, notice it's going to go up and then down again. Now, doesn't matter what type of object you throw, kick or hit, as long as it's put into motion in this same manner, it will follow a same curved path due to gravity. Now, without getting like super technical and giving you guys more equations and math and stuff, the easiest way to predict where a ball will land is simply to find and then follow its apex. So again, the apex is the highest point in the curve, or the parabola, or the arc of movement. And once the ball hits this apex, it will curve more rapidly towards the ground. Now, that is because at that point, the force of gravity has slowed the velocity enough that the ball loses speed. The loss in speed causes the ball to lose height and distance. I mean, I could keep getting more technical with thermodynamics and again in math and stuff, but just you can visually get a very good instinctive feel for this just by practicing. So basically, if you want to be a great thrower or great catcher, learn to find the apex of the throw and then follow the curve of the apex down with your eye, and eventually you'll be able to figure out exactly where the ball will land. And then the trick there is just to get there before it does, using your levers efficiently. So you got to learn about running and stuff next. So basically, think of it like an imaginary rainbow predicting the ball's landing location.